Okay, I need a motion to go and approve the minutes as written. Is there any changes or corrections that need to be made?
Motion to approve the minutes last meeting.
Okay. Second. All those in favor? Aye.
This would be the last two meetings, right?
Well, one of them was a special meeting on April 2nd for the coronavirus. And a motion to go ahead and approve the accounts payable and the payroll warrants.
Motion to approve the accounts payable and warrants.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay, Leslie.
My assistant, Jessica Nelson, has taken a position with the FSA office, and so she starts that position on April 27th, and so to replace her, I have hired Kelly Milligan. So she will be my new assistant downstairs, and she started Monday.
Good. She full-time or
It's a part-time position.
part-time? Oh, good. Anything else going on? You
I
gonna
don't
wait?
think so.
You gonna wait for Ryan to catch
Probably,
us up
yeah,
on?
I think that would be best.
Yeah.
Let's just wait for Ryan in regards to all the updates and such.
Okay, has there been a lot?
No, not really. I think things, for the most part, have gotten into a routine. And so the information that is coming down is not as fast and furious as it was. However, you know, the period of time that the 2016 executive order was put in place, the expiration date is April 19th. And so everyone's waiting to see what the governor's going to do in regards to that stay-at-home order. There are 2 more executive orders coming down today, but they aren't in regards to extending that stay-at-home. They deal with other matters. So we're just waiting to see what those say. But like I said, I mean, for the most part, everyone's taking it seriously and are abiding by the recommendations. And so far, we've been very fortunate in Cheyenne County.
Yeah, hope that remains. Okay, Scott?
Email that Dave Yost wanted me to share you guys on the update on the airport progress. It's, you can copy for each one.
Oh, sorry. Leslie, I'd like you to read this letter. It is from the Scenic Byway Committee. They're actually trying to get some federal level recognition, but to do that they needed a letter of support from the counties that the byway runs through, Rawlins, Sherman, Cheyenne. Here's their draft of a letter. And she said if we needed to make any changes or improvements, we can.
I think it's fine.
Okay. And I apologize for just handing you my phone, but I
That's
haven't
fine.
been cleaning it. So I'll go ahead and print that, and I'll get copies for these guys.
That would be good.
Okay. Anything else, Scott?
Yes. Yesterday, we had a major incident with the food pantry. Zona Potter called me at 9 o'clock to get screened to come into the courthouse. She was coming in then, and then she was going to be back at 2:30 with one other person. I get a call from Leslie, worried about what's going on down there, and I said, why? And she said, there's 4 or 5 or more people down here. Nobody's been screened. Doors wide open. Loud. There's offices that had to shut their doors because of them. One employee overheard them mocking the courthouse protocol for COVID-19 and laughing about it. I'm beyond mad. I was lied to by Zona twice. One, that it was just going to be her and someone else to do this, and that she was going to watch that door. It was observed by Leslie and myself at 2 different points. Nobody was at that door, and the doors were blocked wide open. With all the problems that we keep having with this, I'm asking the commissioners to tell them they need to leave the courthouse, and they need to do it before their next distribution.
I for one, I don't see why we would have a food bank in the courthouse anyway.
I don't know why it was ever put in here to
You
begin
know,
with.
I think it belongs in a church or some other type of building. You know, because we can use that room for
We could use it for
office.
offices. We need office space.
I agree. It's been a problem since it opened, basically. We've had reports of criminal activity. We've had endless amounts of complaints. Roger.
If we're having troubles, tell them, I don't know who runs it, tell them to find another place.
Do we need a motion? letter or what?
Probably what needs to happen is put them on the agenda to come in and address the issues.
When is their distributions?
It's the second Tuesdays. of the month.
Second Tuesday.
My concerns were that we have worked so hard to keep the courthouse open and safe, because there have been numerous counties that have just shut the doors and no one from the public has access. And all of the employees and department heads have bent over backwards to try and keep the doors open so that people can still conduct their business if they need to by coming into the courthouse. And yesterday, when I heard the commotion, I was like, my goodness, this is something. And went out there and I didn't see any, from what I observed, which was a short period of time, I didn't see any social distancing, I didn't see any gloves, I didn't see any masks, I didn't see any disinfectant. At one point, the security door was propped open, and I went to advise that that's a secure door and it needs to be shut. I was met with a little resistance, but I held my ground because, we have worked so hard. And a lot of the screening process is for the purposes of if there is an outbreak, if someone gets sick in the courthouse, then we know who has or has not been in the courthouse.
Yeah.
How did they distribute their food from there? Did the people come in here?
What they are doing now is they are putting it outside. They're calling it curbside. But yet you've got the people coming in and out and in and out, moving everything. And it is a necessity in the community, given that there are people in need. I understand that, but we've put policies and procedures in place so that we can try to the best of our ability to keep this courthouse open and keep people from getting sick. Mm-hmm. And when that's disrespected, that does cause problems.
Well, let's do this then. Let's draft a letter stating our concerns, and we would like to have their representation at the next commissioners meeting to address a possible move to a new location, or probable move to a new location.
I get complaints at least once a month on them. They've
yeah,
ruined those benches down there from setting rotten food on it. It's eating the finish off those benches that are original to the courthouse.
Yeah.
And it's just a constant problem with them.
Okay. Does that sound reasonable?
That sounds reasonable.
Okay. Anything else, Scott?
I'd like to ask for 10 minutes of executive session for non-elected personnel.
Okay.
I move we have 10 minutes of executive session for non-elected personnel.
And I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye.